Hello, my name is Shaquille Scott, and I'll be here talking to you about fracking in the state of Ohio and a little bit around the United States. Now, what fracking is you have a drill and you pump high-powered water mixed with chemicals and all other sorts of materials into the ground, breaking up like the shales and other natural resources underground, just to bring them back up so we can get like gases and oils and stuff like that. Now, some benefits to the fracking: even though it takes about 70 to 100 days to drill one complete site, that one drill can produce up to 20 to 40 years of natural energy, and that's definitely a great thing because things are a little slippery around the U.S. Some other benefits: Forbes.com projects that 1 million jobs will be created due to fracking by 2025, and also 25% of the nation's electricity is coming from fracking, and that's from energyfromshale.org. And also from that same site that they state that 50% of American homes use natural gases. Now, there are some side effects to fracking. Like I said before, they do use chemicals in the water to pressure out some of the materials underground, and there are 300 plus chemicals in the fracking water, and about 70 to 80 of those chemicals are hazardous, and that comes from environmentamerica.org. Now, some more problems with fracking. Fracking, I'll mention this later, but I just want to bring it up right now. Fracking can be close proximity to homes, so with a drill being close to someone's home, you can have property values go down, which we don't really need because the economy is like bad already. Also, there's millions and millions of gallons of water that are wasted in one process, and that water is contaminated. Like I said, there are like hundreds of chemicals in it, and that those chemicals can stay underground, which is called groundwater, which I'll speak about a little bit later. Now, like I said, some dangers of fracking: the proximity. As you can see in the top right picture, that one drill is within 100 feet of that farm or home, and they can be within 100 feet of homes and 50 feet of streams or other type of water filter areas like reservoirs. And like I said also before, that one cycle can waste millions of gallons of water, 5 to 10 million gallons of water to be exact. And one thing that people don't really usually think about is deforestation. If they don't use open piece of land, they have to cut down a lot of trees and open up space to bring in drills and make new sites. Now, some pros of fracking: you definitely have the lower gas prices. As you can see in Ohio, the gas prices are steadily going down, and that's due to fracking. Like I said before, the jobs are increasing. Some steel mills have been like abandoned, but now some of them are starting to come back because of the fracking drills. They need them to make the pipelines and everything for the equipment. And people don't know about this one, but if you do have a fracking drill on your property, that person that owns that property can actually benefit from an extraction tax. Now, what an extraction tax is if you own a piece of land and it has natural resources on it that the government or any type of state government wants to salvage, they have to pay you for that extraction of that natural resource. That's why it's called an extraction tax or a surplus tax. Now, some cons: like I said, large amount of water consumption. The groundwater, which is the water that just stays underground after the drills are done. Some injection wells, it takes a while for them to actually get them out of there, just like it takes a bunch of time to actually build them and put them in place. There are nearly 250 wells in the state of Ohio alone, and that number is steadily growing. And that was from last year. That 250 was from last year, and since this year started, there have been up to 275 wells, and that number is still growing. And one thing that people don't really know, and this is why I listed it as a con, the long-term effects of the wells are still unknown, so that's definitely a problem. We don't know if it can end up good or bad in the long run. Now, here I have a map of the U.S. All the states that are in blue, they are the states that allow fracking. There are 17 states in the United States that allow fracking. And from this map, there's actually only one state that has taken away fracking. They've actually banned it, and that's New York. So, now, like I said, what to do? New York, the way they got it banned was they started petitions in smaller areas. Like, people didn't want the fracking drills because, like I said, the property values started going down. So people started filing petitions, getting more signatures, and one by one they started steadily dropping. So once too many wells got taken away, the government, state government I should say, decided to just ban the whole process of fracking in this state. So that was definitely a helpful hint to them and anybody else who wants to get fracking away, taken away. The range of its effects. Now, 15.3 million people have lived within a mile of a fracking drill since 2000, and 80,000 wells have been drilled since the year 2005, and that's definitely in the 17 permitted states that are in the United States, now 16. Some stories that have been told. Oklahoma, it's not really a huge fracking state or earthquake state. It's usually known for like its tornadoes, but recently in 2011 they experienced a 5.6 magnitude earthquake, and that was due to a fracking drill hitting the fault line. Now, before that they've never had higher than a 3.0, so that was definitely a huge shock to them. And in 2013 they had a total of 109 fracking drills, and that was throughout the whole year. But in 2014, just in the first 5 months alone, that number grew to 238. So that's a huge step in the process. And